Hello, my soul family. How are you all? And I hope you are doing great, wonderful, amazing, safe wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all in my channel. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, for giving me lots of love. And I am very glad that I help you out in some manner. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, then please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and you can also let me know in the comment section if you want to tell me anything or if you want to ask me anything. So let's start today's video, and today's video is much important because as I told you in my previous video, the message which I was receiving and the Egypt civilization, okay, the story of Akhenaten, the halls of Amenti, the Ark of Covenant. But it all starts up before many million years ago, okay. So I am going back from the starting because if I have, as I get to know that I have started from the between, from the Egypt time period. So now things are not going to understand, you all are not going to understand that why the halls of Amenti, why the sphere of Amenti, okay, is very much important, why the Ark of Covenant is very important, why the morphogenetic field is very much important for each and every soul, for activating your fifth strand DNA, for activating your fourth strand DNA, your heart chakra activation, your throat chakra activation is very important, and why these things are very important for each soul on this planet Earth. Okay, so it is very important to know, but before understanding these things we have to go back so that we can understand this whole scenario, that why these things are very much important for each soul right now on the planet Earth. One thing I want to tell you all, my soul family, that please work on your heart chakra and your throat chakra activation. Open your heart chakra, open your throat chakra. Okay, it is very important that at least 8% of the total population has activated the heart chakra, the throat chakra. Then only we are going to ascend our planet Earth, okay, to Tara, okay, to the planet Tara. And now it is very important, in short, that till the time you know the whole history, the whole story, the whole things, you have to work till on your heart chakra, you have to work on your throat chakra. So activate your throat chakra, activate your heart chakra, and your throat chakra. Remember one more thing, that your all chakras are connected to your all DNA strands. So your heart chakra is the fourth DNA strand, okay. Your root chakra, okay, that is the first chakra, that is the root chakra. Root chakra is the DNA strand 1, okay. The second is scale chakra, that is the DNA strand 2. The solar plexus chakra, which is the third chakra, and it is also your third strand DNA. Your heart chakra, it is your fourth strand DNA. So if you have activate your heart chakra, that means you have activate your fourth strand DNA, you have assembled your fourth strand DNA, okay. And if you activate your throat chakra, which is your fifth chakra, that means you have activate your fifth strand DNA strand. Your sixth chakra is third eye chakra, and which is connected to your sixth DNA strand. So if your third eye chakra is activated, that means your sixth strand DNA is activated, and it is so on till the 12 strands of DNA, till the you have all 12 strands of DNA. That is our original DNA template for all souls on the planet Earth. You all have 12 strands of DNA, but it is the 7 to 12 strands of DNA is I can say there is no problem in 7 to 12 strands of DNA. We have to work on first to 6, and till I can say till strand 3, okay, from the DNA strand 1, 2, 3, it has been repaired, it has been activated. So most of the human souls on the planet Earth are having activated third strands of DNA. Now we are the Aryan root race, okay, we are on the planet Earth, we are the Aryan root race, and we have given the responsibility to activate our heart chakra, our DNA strand 4, okay. So we have to activate that. So try to activate before you will get to know more precisely that why I am focusing and focusing and telling you, and giving you all a very clear instructions that please try to work on your heart chakra and your throat chakra. But before knowing the whole history, you have to start working on your heart chakra. We need 8% at least total population to ascend our planet, okay, to ascend our own self, okay. So otherwise we all are going to back in the dimension 3, okay, stuck in density universe 1 for next 26,566 years cycle, and that is the one cycle. That means millions of thousands of years again in the same reality, okay. So if you all want to ascend, if you all want that a planet Earth has to ascend, please try to activate it, because right now there are a lot of things. I can say we are blessed, okay, we all are blessed that we have given this opportunity, that we are in this time frame, we are in this time era, that the planetary positions, that the stargates, that the whole of humanity, the star seeds, the earth seeds, the indigo children, the twin flames, the light workers, the guardians, okay, all are helping us, and they all are trying and pushing us to ascend, okay. So please try to work on your heart chakra, please try to work on your throat chakra, activate them so that you can activate your 4th strand DNA, your 5th strand DNA. Okay, so now let's start today's video. Before and it is going to come in 2 parts, because there is lot of things which I am going to discuss with all of you, and try to share these information in all social media platforms. I can say that because I want this information to spread as much as soul, till the soul, all the souls, I can say, okay. So because we need at least 8% total global population on the planet Earth, and you all know that how much the total population on the planet Earth is, okay. So at least total population of 8% must have activated their 5th strand DNA, so that we can ascend our planet Earth, okay. So please forward this video as much as you all can. Okay, so let's start with the today's video, and which is our actual original history, the history which we have not learned in our school, the actual history I'm going to discuss you with all, okay, on which I am working on from last many days, I can say that. And while telling this, I'm literally feeling like crying, because we all are trapped, okay, in the lower density universe from, I can say, from millions of years, okay. And we were on the planet Tara, okay. We were not on the planet Earth. We all are coming from the planet Tara, okay. So let's start. That is the original history I'm going to discuss with you all. So let's start, because we have not learned this original history, okay. So let's start. So the race, in the beginning, I can say, in the beginning, the human originate from density universe 2, okay. And I'm going to share a map, a picture in which you are going to understand more, because this is a more complex thing, okay. But I'm going to I will try my level best to make you all understand that why we have to understand this whole dynamic or whole time metric system, okay. So in the beginning, human originate from density universe 2, okay. Density universe means that we are having 15 dimensional time metrics, okay. So in each density universe there are 3 dimensions. Okay, so the density universe 1 is dimension 1, dimension 2, and dimension 3. So we are in density universe 1 right now. Okay, then there is density universe 2, which is dimension 4, dimension 5, and dimension 6. Then there is density universe 3, which is dimension 7, 8, and 9. Then there is dimension universe 4, density universe 4, which is dimension 10, 11, and 12. And there is density universe 5, which is dimension 13, 14, and 15. Okay, and these are the 5 density universe. So now you all know that we are having 5 density universe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now we are in density universe 1. Okay, and this we called as Earth. And the density universe 2, in the beginning human beings are coming from density universe 2, which means that we are coming from dimension 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we exist on dimension 4, 5, 6 million years ago. Okay, and which is called as Tara. Okay, so Tara was the original planet. Tara is the original planet from which we all are coming. Okay, so this is the dimension universe 2. Okay, now you know dimension universe 2, which is dimension 4, 5, and 6, and the name is Tara. Okay, so on planet Tara, this is our future ascended version on Earth, or we can say this is our past ascended version. Okay, so we were on that level, but we fall in and come into density universe 1, and now we all have to ascend again, and to the Tara. Okay, so that's our actual homeland for all the souls. Okay, so this is our history, and this is the beginning of our lineage, our species, and what was happened. So the race that will be talking about today are Turanism. Okay, the spelling is TuraneusIam, Turanism, which is the angelic human race, which is the actual 12-strand DNA. Okay, so this was the first race, first Turanism, out of which we all are made. Okay, so this is actually having a connection to the Orpheum angelic race. Okay, so one of our 12 sub race strain is a bird race called Ceres, Ceres, and we have 12 different types of races. Okay, 7 of them were seeded on Earth, and these are called as Earth seeds, and rest 5 of them were seeded on the other planets or other universe, and that's why they called as star seeds. Okay, but in together these are 12 tribes out of which we all are originated from. Okay, so the 5 races which are the star seeds, these are the highly evolved, highly evolved souls which are coming on the planet Earth right now for the ascension, such as star seeds, such as indigo. Okay, so we all have these 7 to 5 races together in the DNA template in our original Turanism angelic human race template, and it is our future. In the future, the generations will born with 12 strands DNA active. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the Turanism. This is our past and future human. Okay, and this break into 12 tribes, which is the first one is Brahman. Okay, which we Brahaman, Brahman. The second one is Drahman, Drahman, Drahman. Then the third one is Atoni, Atoni, Atoni. The fourth one is Trinitan, Triniten. The fifth one is Azurtan. Okay. Azurtan. The sixth one is celtos, okay, Celtos. The seventh one is Adami, Addami. The eighth one is Utarans, Uyutarans. The ninth one is Luri, Luri. The 10th one is Siraz, Cerras. The 11th is Nezaktai, okay, Nezacktai. And the 12th one is Melchizedek, Melchizedekz. Okay, so this was Turanism, okay, and 12 tribe, okay, and I'm telling you the spellings because maybe I'm not able to pronounce these names correctly, but I'm trying my level best to pronounce them correctly, but that's why I'm telling you the spellings also, though, so that you can understand what I am talking about. So this was the first race, okay, the first tourism one race divided into two primary strains, okay, on the planet Tara, which was the Alliance, or the second group is the Lumans, the Alliance. The Alliance, the spelling is Alanians, okay, the Alliance or Belly Kud Yem. So this was the first race, okay. The second race was the Luminans or the Adami Kudomaun. Okay, the spelling is Lumians, Luminans, or Adami, Adami Kudmon, Kudmon. So these two primary racial strains of Turanism evolved together on the large landmass called Eden, Eden. Okay, we have listened this word, okay. We all have listened, Eden, Adam and Eve. Okay, so let's start. So these two strains of Turanism evolve together on the large landmass called Eden, creating two cultures known as Alania and Lumaria. Okay, they both carried the original 12-strand DNA genetic code, but overall the Elanians attempt dominant control over the most passive Lumian culture. So certain members of the Luminan race foresaw a catalysm in their future, because remember one thing, I'm going to make you all understand that at that point of time they have already the Luminans have foreseen a future. There is a catalysm which was going to happen on the planet Tara, and they have seen this 900 years ago. Okay, so 900 years ago they have seen that there is going to be a catalysm which is going to happen on the planet Tara. Okay, so certain members of the Luminan race foresaw this catalysm in their future, brought on by the increasing dangerous Elarian experimentation with the power generation crystals and technologies through Tara planetary core. And this is where our Earth drama, I can say Earth drama began, and this was 5,60,000 millions ago. Okay, so before starting this whole story, I'm going to tell you some brief things which you have to understand before, so that you can understand the role of each council or organization which was working on that frame and which is still working with us also. So the first one is the Syrian Council. Okay, the Syrian Council is the administration. Okay, so they are the highest level of beings that are involved and overseeing the entire project. Okay, and they are the high level stellar, I can say, beings of the matrix we live in. Okay, they are specialized collective of rishi. Okay, and these are coming from dimension 13, 14 and 15. Okay, from the density universe 5. So these are very highly evolved souls. Okay, having 48 strands of DNA. Okay. Okay, so they have basically they are very specialized collective of Rishi from dimension 13, 14 and 15. So these beings are super ancient and were appointed as administration of all security in our time matrix by the ascended masters. Okay, so after 15 dimensions there are ascended masters. Okay, and after ascended master there is God, that is divine. Okay, so because of the Lyran Elohim wars that happened 250 billion years ago, so they were also the main supervisors of our original angelic human race experiment, along with several other groups that were appointed as directors and overseers of this project. And these all were the highly evolved stellar races from density universe 4 and density universe 5 that was the founders of this project. So I told you density 4 and 5 is what. Okay, so I'm going to share the picture also that you can understand. So density universe 4 and 5 means dimension 10, 11, 12 and 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so now what has happened? Okay, so from I told you that they have made a administration of Syrian Council, and the Syrian Council was the administration and is the administration of our project and that their project also. And Syrian Council members were having 48th strand of DNA. Then there is Lyran, Syrian and Anuhazi, who was the seed race, and they become the founders. Okay, so because Lyran created then the Lyran created a race of beings also in density universe 3, the same universe which we called as Elohim. So Lyrans created Elohim. Okay, and Elohim, they become the overseers for the Siren races in density universe 2 Tara, which was dimension 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so Syrian Council, which was the highest level security and administration of the project, and so the Elohim, high level advisory overseer or the management of the project. So these were the important souls or highly evolved souls or stellar beings which was which are and which were present and connected during this time frame. Okay, so now, so the Lumerians were more spiritually inclined than the Elanians, okay, and followed the teachings of secret law of one or unity consciousness. The Lumerians understood spiritual knowledge, developed intuitions and psychic abilities. So certain Lumerian priests with Clovens foresaw a catalysm in the future. Okay, so the Lumerians petitioned assistance from the Syrian Council and Elohim overseers. So they gave them advice, and under the direction of the Syrian Council and Lumerians set up amongst their members an organization called the Council of Mu. Okay, so through the Council of Mu, the Lumerians moved large number of their races across the ocean to a small continent on the Tara, and they named this continent Mu. Okay, Mu, Mu. And for 50,000 years, the Lumerians of Mu worked with the Syrian Council to redirect the genetic digression of their race, as they want to purify the distortions in their DNA. So the Elohim, okay, the Elohim, the highly evolved one, interbreed with Lumerians. The Lumerians already had an avian subrace strain bird in their gene, okay, genetic code called Serras, Serras. So when they interbreed with Elohim, this created a unique new hybrid races called Ceres, Seres. Okay, so Ceres is a new race which was coming from the interbreed of Elohim plus Lumerians. Okay, and they were having a genetic code of bird. That's why most of the Egyptians pharaohs were having, like goddess Isis, Osiris. They are having that hybrid. They were the hybrids. They were having the bird, okay, thing. Okay, because they were having bird genetic code inside. So now you understand that now I'm going to explain you that there is planet Tara, and on the Tara there is Eden. Okay, there is a continent which is called Eden, Eden, Eden. Okay, so the Alliance and Lumerians, they both were placed on the continent Eden, on the planet Tara, but the Lumerians, okay, they foresaw a catalysm, okay, which was going to happen in next 900 years. Okay, so they contacted the Syrian Council, and with the advice of Syrian Council and Elohim, they shifted to another small continent of Mu, and they named it as Mu. So this was the continent of Mu, where the Lemurian and the Ceres Lumerian started establishing their civilization, I can call. And the Ceres, Ceres, the Ceres Lumerian was the product, I can say, was the product from the Elohim and Lumerians interbreed, and that's how the Ceres Lumerian came into existence, and they both were living on the small continent of Mu, Mu, Mu on Tara. And on the other side, the Alliance, okay, they were living on the large continent on Tara, okay, and which is named as Eden. So the Ceres Lumerians, which is a hominid bird race hybrid, and this purified the genetic strain of the Lumerians of the Tara. So thank you for doing that. Okay, we should thank them. So they are basically an advanced Lumerian, kind of like Lumerian 2O. Okay, so these were the advanced one, because the Elohim were the highly evolved stellar beings. They were having higher strands of DNA, and when they interbreed with Lumerians, the product was the Ceres Lumerians, and these were the more highly evolved Lumerians 2O, okay, the part 2, or we can call them advanced ones, okay, who were able to fix their distorted DNA. So half of the original human race DNA is now purified. Okay, so Lumerians is a substrain race of Turansium, okay, Turaneusiam, and the Ceres Lumerians created for themselves the priesthood of Mu, okay, who practice centered around the teachings of the secret law of one or unity consciousness. So the priesthood of Mu exists today. So the priesthood of Mu exists to this day too. Okay, now you understand this, that on the planet Tara there was a continent called Eden, and on that continent they both were living together. The Alliance and the Lumerians, they both were living together on the planet Tara, on the continent of Eden, but the Lumerians were more spiritually advanced, and they saw a catalysm in the future which is going to happen. And when they saw it, they approached the Syrian Council and the Elohim overseers, and with the help of, with the directors, or I can say under the guidance of Syrian Council and Elohim, they made another continent, a small continent on the planet Tara, which they named as continent Mu. Okay, and on that small continent there were Lumerian and the Ceres Lumerian, okay, which they both were living. And the Ceres Lumerian was the was the product, or was the offspring, okay, of Elohim and Lumerians. Okay, so Elohim was the highly evolved stellar souls, okay, and Lyrians created Elohims, and Elohim interbreed with Lumerians, and they both created Ceres Lumerians. Okay, so now the tension arising between these two continents on Tara, but there was positive evolution, and there was a positive evolution of Mu. Okay, and it was very beautiful culture evolving themselves, but there was a digression continued with alien races. Okay, so the Lemurians saw, already I told you, the catalysm 900 years prior to the event happening. So the Ceres Lumerian tried to warn the Alliance, but they did not listen to that. Also, the Ceres Lumirin even tried to petition the Syrian Council to please redirect the alliance, but that failed. So, this gave rise to the Alliance Rebellion and Lumirin Siren Resistance. The alliance were controlled by an elite group called the Templar Solar Initiates, or you can call Dark Forces or Illuminati of their time period. Okay, and there was another race who lived on Tara, originally a Syrian root race. Okay, from the planet Sirius A. Okay, so this Syrian root race was also living on the planet Tara, which was coming from Sirius A, and that become part of this drama, and they are called as Anunnaki. Okay, so they were the ones who was getting involved and causing a social divisions and the true source of the problem of this whole scenario. Okay, so not really the alliance as per se. Okay, alliance was not these Anunnakis was the actual ones who were causing the problems and creating the social divisions between these two groups. So the Anunnaki were starting to rebel against the Syrian Council and the Templar Solar Initiates. They become sympathetic with the Anunnaki in their rebellion against the Syrian Council. So they too started to refuse to follow dictates and of the Syrian Council and advisory Elohim. And because of this rebellion being instigated by Anunnaki, another Syrian race was brought on the planet Tara as a backup called Maharaji. And they were coming from Sirius B. Okay. So they are kind like brother sister race of Anunnaki, and these Maharaji are also called as Syrian blues or the blue human. So now let's start again. Now you understand this thing, but I'm going to explain you more that now on the planet Tara, the first there was Allian and there was Lumerian. Okay, and they both live on planet Tara on the continent of Eden. Okay, then the Tara on the planet Tara, the alliance continued living on the larger continent Eden, and the Lumirin they shifted to a smaller continent called Mu. Okay, they named it Mu, and they interbreed with the Lumirins interbreed with Elohim. Okay, and they created a new species called Ceres Lumirin, which was a priesthood of Mu. Okay, and then on the Tara, on the Eden continent. Okay, so on the Eden continent there was Allian, there were solar Templar initiates, and they were Anunnakis. And the Anunnakis was the root race, was the race which was coming from Sirius star A. Okay, Sirius A. They were coming from Sirius A. And on the Mu continent, they were living Lumirin, Ceres Lumirin, and Maharaji Sirius B. Okay, so they were coming from Sirius A and these were coming from Sirius B, and they both were the sister brother. Okay, and this power struggle between Syrian A Anunnaki and Syrian B Maharaji is known as the Syrian rebellion, and it destroyed Tara. Okay, but some of the Elohim groups become aware that the Templar Solar Initiates and Anunnakis are misusing power in a way that would result the explosion of Tara planetary grid. So they ask assistance to the Lumirin and Ceres Lumirin of Mu. Okay, so many of them friendly alliance shifted to the territories of continent Mu, and so now on Mu continent we have Lemurian, we have Alliance, we have Syrian Lumirins, we have Maharaji. So the Ceres Lumirin interbreed with the Alliance to realign their digressing genetic code. Okay, so after this alliance further interbreed, the original Turanism 12 strand genetic code was rebuilt. So it purified through Ceres Lumirin Allian blend. So the Allian interbreed with Lumirin and Ceres Lumirin, which came another subrace called as Ur Terrans. Urterans, which is the spelling of Urraranates. Urteranins. So this Urteranant race will become has played very important role in the first seeding race, which we will discuss later on. Okay, but remember this name, okay, the Urteranins, because they have played very important role in seeding the first seeding race on the planet Earth. Okay, so they become the host matrix or host, I can say host. Okay, so this is what I'm going to stop the video here only, and in the next video I'm going to continue here because it is almost 30 minutes already. So I have already told you that it is going to come into parts, but I hope I help you out all in making you understand that how it all begins, and from where it all begins, and from where we all are coming, and to where we have to go in the future and right now also. So sending you lots of love and healing and happy energies to all my soul family. Remember one thing, that we all have to activate our heart chakra and our own throat chakra, and we all are having the 12 strands of DNA, which is the actual original DNA template for all souls, because we are coming from planet Tara. Okay, so sending you lots of love, healing and happy energies to my soul family. Take care of yourself and see